Hi there. Are you prepared to increase your proficiency in English? I am giving you a challenge today. For the next 30 days, think in English. Yes, 30 days of letting English flow freely and letting go of mental translations. Does not that sound exciting? Well, stay tuned because I will show you the incredible advantages that come with it and offer some incredibly helpful advice on how to get started. You will not simply think in English at the end of this challenge, you will actually live it, I promise. Let us start by discussing what it means to think in English. It all comes down to teaching your brain to think, organize, and even talk to oneself in English rather than thinking in your original tongue and then translating. Consider it a kind of brain rewiring where everything in English is processed automatically. Sounds difficult? Do not fear, we will go over each step in detail. Okay, so this is how we will approach this problem. Try recounting your actions in English during the first several days. Say to yourself, I am boiling water, now I will grab the coffee mug, for instance, while brewing coffee. As you go about your day, you are teaching your brain to construct simple English sentences. Set English language reminders on your devices. You have an opportunity to interact with the language each time you check your email or take a break to drink some water. You may also write the names of items in English on post-it notes and place them about your house. These small behaviors add up, I promise. When you are outside, use English to describe what you see. For instance, the sky is clear and the day is sunny. Or consider your shopping list in English while you are in the supermarket. English becomes ingrained in your mind thanks to these small changes. You can radically change the way you approach the language by thinking in English for 30 days. Rewiring your brain to interact with English naturally, as if it were second nature, is the goal of this challenge rather than merely honing a talent. You can break the tendency of mentally translating everything from your home tongue by fully committing to this approach. Rather, you learn to think more quickly, communicate more confidently, and truly love the process of learning. At first, the concept may seem a bit daunting, but anyone can accomplish it with commitment and tiny, steady steps. Keep in mind that this is an opportunity to enjoy the times when your thoughts start to flow naturally in English, not a race to perfection. The greatest method to get started is to use English on a regular basis. Build up gradually by starting with simple, minor chores. For instance, use English while discussing your everyday activities. You can use phrases like, I am squeezing the toothpaste when brushing your teeth. Or I will just rinse my mouth. Your brain will naturally become accustomed to thinking in English if you follow these easy routines. Additionally, as you take a stroll, observe your surroundings and provide an English description of them. Sayings like, the breeze feels nice are acceptable. Or, the flowers are really lovely. Even though they might not seem significant, these little everyday occurrences help your brain become more accustomed to thinking in English naturally. Mental storytelling is a useful but underutilized technique in this challenge. Try writing brief English stories about your day. For instance, recall the events of the day when you get home and tell yourself about them as you would a friend. This is how it would sound. Today, I visited the cafe close to my workplace. They did not have my favorite pastry, so I tried something else instead of the latte I had requested. It tasted good. By transforming your experiences into brief mental stories, you improve your sentence structure and naturally increase your vocabulary. The fear of making mistakes is the main concern that prevents language learners from speaking. Addressing this issue is crucial. Many people halt or feel uncertain when speaking because they are frightened of making a mistake. However, thinking in English provides a secure environment free from criticism. Making mistakes is a natural component of learning since it allows you to develop. Do not freak out if you do not know a word. Instead, use straightforward language to convey it. For instance, you may say the item you use to shield yourself from rain if you cannot remember the word umbrella. Over time, these learning and attempting experiences aid in your brain's retention of the correct words. Creating a game out of this challenge is another approach to make it more enjoyable. You might set little goals for yourself that seem more like fun activities than actual practice. For instance, you may attempt naming 5 English language objects you encounter on the bus or on your way to work. You may mention a tall tree, a red automobile, or a backpack wearing somebody. This easy exercise keeps your English brain engaged while adding excitement to your environment. Selecting a topic for the day is another way to add creativity. Choose food as your theme, for example, and limit your thoughts to terms that are associated with eating. You can name objects you observe in your kitchen, such as an apple, a dish, or a spoon. Another option is to use brief sentences, such as I need to cook rice for dinner or I am cutting a tomato. On a different day, you may decide to make animals your topic and come up with names for pets, wild animals, or even animals you observe in your surroundings. This provides your brain with something fresh and stimulating to concentrate on every day. Learning becomes more like play and less like work thanks to these little challenges. They also make you feel like you have accomplished something. You will feel pleased with yourself each time you complete one. For instance, if you are successful in your objective of thinking in English while commuting, you will be inspired to try again the following day. It is similar to accumulating little victories each day, which encourage you to press on through difficult times. You can give yourself a prize for doing tasks to make it even more enjoyable. For instance, you may reward yourself with a chocolate, take a quick break, or watch a film you like after naming 5 items in English or adhering to your theme. These kinds of rewards give you something to look forward to and make the process fun. Another method that can increase your degree of immersion is visualization. Create an English-speaking environment in your mind if you are not in one. Imagine yourself in a variety of situations, such as placing an order at a restaurant, at an airport, or even conversing with a buddy. Consider what you would say. How you would answer inquiries, including your body language. For example, picture yourself in a bookshop. Examples of practice sentences are pardon me, can you suggest a good mystery book? These kinds of mental drills help you become more conversationally fluent over time and prepare your brain for real-life scenarios. Get as much English language content as you can. While cooking or driving, listen to podcasts that are relevant to your hobbies or view videos with English subtitles. Your brain learns phrase patterns, rhythms, and intonations even if you miss some words. Turn on subtitles when viewing films or television shows for people who learn best visually. When appropriate, try imitating the performers while reading the dialogue. This helps you learn idiomatic language and improves your pronunciation. Do not undervalue the importance of creating a community of support. There are many online forums where language learners exchange experiences and advice, even if you do not have any friends who speak English. To practice writing or speaking English in a welcoming setting, think about joining a social media group or taking part in language exchange websites. Find a language partner and promise to practice every day or every week if you are feeling very daring. These exchanges keep the challenge engaging and dynamic while also reinforcing the lessons you are learning. The benefits of this 30-day challenge to think in English are enormous. Speaking gets easy and faster once you stop mentally interpreting everything. You will not need to stop and consider what to say. Rather, your sentences will flow smoothly and words will come to you more readily. Additionally, this will boost your confidence, which will enable you to participate in discussions with friends or at work. Additionally, you will discover that you pick up new terms more quickly the more you think in English. Words that previously looked challenging will begin to feel natural as you use them on a daily basis. By practicing the language every day, you integrate it into your routine and gradually get better. Most significantly, thinking in English causes a deeper psychological change. You begin to feel like a native English speaker and cease considering it a strange language. This change in perspective gives you the confidence to take more daring actions, such as attending webinars, introducing yourself briefly at meetings, or chatting with strangers. You will come to see that this practice is more than merely learning a language as time goes on. It is about changing your viewpoint and broadening your horizons. There will be times when you want to give up and days when nothing seems to be clicking. However, these are fleeting moments. Honor minor accomplishments, such as writing your first diary entry in English or effectively recounting your morning routine. Every milestone serves as evidence of your progress, and you will have a profound feeling of accomplishment whenever you see the small victories, such as comprehending a sentence effortlessly. Think about who you will be in 30 days. Without using translation tools, you might be composing whole paragraphs in English, writing intelligent text messages, or even having English language dreams. You have the opportunity to realize your goal through this challenge. Your level of consistency and dedication throughout the process is more important than where you begin. Daily repetition of small actions can result in significant changes. Have faith in your capacity to develop, have faith in the process, and never forget to have fun along the way. We are now delving deeply into some incredible advanced English vocabulary from the video today. In addition to expanding your vocabulary, these terms will make you sound more confident and fluid. To help you begin using them today, I will define them and give examples of how to use them in phrases. Are you prepared? Come on. Okay, transform is our first word. The word transform is a potent one, meaning to alter something entirely, usually for the better. You may suggest, for instance, that completing this English challenge can improve your communication skills. Take note of how powerful and uplifting this word feels. When discussing significant advancements or life changes, it is ideal. Rewiring is the next word. It entails altering the structure or connections between things. We frequently use it to characterize behaviors or even ways of thinking that we would like to alter. You may say, for instance, that this task aids in rewiring your brain to think in English naturally. That seems fascinating, does not it? It is an excellent metaphor for gaining new knowledge and altering your perspective. Let us move on to the term momentum. Now, it is all about generating energy and doing action. When you are moving forward steadily and in a flow, momentum occurs. You may say, for instance, that everyday English practice creates momentum that keeps you inspired to learn more. Believe me, it is difficult to stop once you start moving forward, which is a wonderful thing. We now reach the point of immersion. Denotes being encircled by or deeply absorbed in something. Immersion in an English-speaking setting speeds up learning, you may argue. Visualization comes next. Refers to the process of seeing or envisioning something. This is an illustration of a sentence. Visualization can boost your confidence in real-life scenarios, such as placing an English language restaurant order. Next up is the word accomplishment. Signifies something you accomplish well, especially after making a lot of effort. For instance, it is a huge accomplishment to finish your English challenge each day. Then there are methods. Denotes the employment of unique techniques or approaches. For example, you may state that visualizing real-life scenarios is one method of learning English. This is an imaginative situation. Denotes an imagined scenario or scene. This is an illustration of a sentence. Consider a situation in which you are conversing with a waiter in a dining establishment. Now let us move on to the word rehearsal. Implies putting something into practice in order to be ready to execute it later. You may say that practicing conversations in your head will help you become more fluent. This is a crucial one. Fluency is defined as the capacity to speak a language naturally and effortlessly for all language learners. For instance, thinking in English on a daily basis gradually increases your fluency. The following one is reliable. Means occurring gradually and consistently over time. You could say that the secret to getting better at English is constant practice. Next up is the concept of perspective. Refers to the perspective or manner of thinking about something. Thinking in English, for instance, can help you see language acquisition from a different angle. The term narrating comes next. Means to explain something or to tell a tale about it. Something along the lines of practice narrating your daily activities in English. We are nearly there. Breakthrough is our next word. This denotes a significant advancement or finding that aids in issue solving. This is an illustration of a sentence. A significant advancement is being able to comprehend a whole English statement without having to translate it. Not to be overlooked is expansion. Implies enlarging or expanding something. You may say that studying English will increase your employment and travel prospects. I appreciate you being here with me today. I hope you are feeling motivated and prepared to begin thinking in English for 30 days. Keep in mind that every effort you make, no matter how tiny, advances your fluency. Whether it is a single English language thought or an entire journal post, remember to acknowledge and appreciate your success along the road. Hearing from you would be wonderful. Leave a comment below with your progress, your best advice, or even any new vocabulary you have picked up. Others who are traveling the same route may find inspiration in your experiences. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and enable notifications if you liked it so you do not miss my next language learning video. Give it to a buddy who is likewise practicing their English. I am excited to watch how far you will go because you are doing a fantastic job. Stay consistent, keep practicing, and I will see you in the future video.